A long time ago, in a land full of wizards, trolls, and goblins, there lived a feared and revered barbarian.
Evan, why are you talking like that?
Well, I'm trying.
I'm trying to fill everyone in on our journey.
Okay, but make it quick.
Okie dokie.
Join the adventure of a barbarian and her quest friends as they encounter extreme sword fights.
Whoa! Stop hitting yourself! Why are you hitting yourself?
Angry livestock. Absolute bangers.
I got 99 problems, but a bridge ain't one.
Medieval technology.
Alexa, lights on. Thank you, Alexa.
Talking owls.
Sup?
Talking axes.
I needed this.
Bad guys. Good guys. This guy. Explosions. Tiny explosions.
You're bald.
Massive explosions. Normal-sized explosions. Flower explosions. Pudding explosions. Spaghetti explosions. And puppets.
Puppets?
Yeah. Puppets.
Oh yeah, I love puppets.
Aren't they the best?
The Barbarian and the Troll. Coming soon. Only on Nickelodeon.
The Barbarian and the Troll was an adventure comedy puppet series on Nickelodeon. Alright, this video is going to be a little off the cuff because what the hell is this? To keep it a buck, I already had a video planned for this month and it was halfway finished, but then I saw a clip of this show, checked out a couple episodes, and then next thing you know, it's 3 AM and I've watched the whole thing. I didn't know Nickelodeon had another puppet show. I thought beyond Cousin Skeeter, they never did this again. This show genuinely surprised me. I liked it more than I thought I would. There was so much effort and life put into this, and it's crazy to me that no one's talking about it. Because I've talked about forgotten shows in the past, but this is the first one that feels like it's being actively buried. Another one of those shows that just came and went and left nothing behind. So let's find out what was The Barbarian and the Troll. Also, since this is the first time I'm covering a show with an overarching plot leading to a definitive conclusion, here's your spoiler warning.
So where'd you get your porcelain skin? I can see you got your mama's eye.
The show is about our two leads, Brendar the Barbarian and Evan the Troll, combining might and melody on a quest to save her brother from the evil demon Alvin. From the jump, you get a sense of the type of show this is. With all the wacky characters, fantasy elements, and the overall vibe, it sets the tone in the first few minutes.
Tell me where that demon is, or I'll get to see what you had for breakfast.
I had a sunrise scramble on toast points.
The story goes like this. After being kicked out of the warrior princess court, Brendar gets a request from a talking bird named Stacy on behalf of a wizard who needs her help.
We want to hire you for a quest. A quest alone. Now flap off. Take Skeletor's smiley bound in Yorick with you.
Oi, how'd she know my name?
At the same time, she meets a troll named Evan who burned his bridge in the hopes of becoming a musician. Offering his musical talents, he joins her on their first of many quests. Then soon after, we meet the wizard Horace.
Prepare to be smothered.
In compliment.
Holy shit. Homie looks insane, bro. Like, I think it's the combination of his eyes and the hair.
Heard you're a free agent, and I'm in need of someone like you for an important yet dangerous quest.
God, I wish you would blink.
In exchange for helping him getting his amulet back from the evil witch, he'll give her an axe dipped in dragon's tears.
Some restrictions apply.
With the help of the exposition explanation, which funnily enough is just a puppet show, we find out that the evil witch is actually his ex-wife and Stacy the Owl is their daughter.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause all this trouble.
Encouraging us to melt each other's faces off is not a great way to get your father and I back together.
Yeah, get strapped in. There are a lot of weird twists like this in the show. Like how Horace thought that the witch turned Stacy into an owl out of spite. But nah, turns out she was asking for it. Literally.
Dad, you're not listening. I was asking for it. Literally.
She followed me around for weeks saying, "Mom, can you turn me into an owl? How about now? How about now? How about now?"
Once that's done, we have our full party and the real quest can begin. This was a fun show for the most part. Every episode we explored, we got a new area of Gothmoria. We meet some freaky ass gnomes. These snow guys were pretty cool. They have these things called snowgurs, which Evan knocks out by accident, forcing him to go to trial.
I demand the troll be held for murder!
The designs were overall pretty cool. Brendar and the other warriors were solid. I'm glad they changed her design from the pilot. I feel like the updated design fit her character more. I really liked Evan's design. I like that he still looked like a troll, but not ugly, if that makes sense. We meet a demon cat named Enzo, who looked pretty cool. Johnny Connoisseur was another favorite. Not only was he entertaining, but I thought it was impressive how they were able to make him ghost-like while still being a puppet. But Alvin the Demon might be my favorite design.
We found Alvin the Demon. You think?
Even I figured that out.
Yeah, really. No doy, troll.
By the end of the series, it's revealed that not only was the queen Alvin the Demon the whole time, but she also killed Brendar's mother.
Now, I'm going to end you all. Just like I ended your mother.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
They spent 12 episodes building this up, and the moment it's revealed, it's on sight. Brendar straight up pounces on her ass. In fact, the first half of the episode is just them throwing hands, and I thought it was a nice touch to have everyone in the party get their licks in. By the end of it, we get one more reveal. We find out that Brendar's mother, Glendar, was the queen of Gothmoria, making Brendar the heir to the throne.
I was queen when Alvin wanted to steal the crown. That's why we fled to the farmlands, for safety. But now that Alvin is gone, you are the rightful queen.
This is a silly show, but I appreciate them making this element of the quest feel significant. Honestly, my only complaints is that it ran a little long as a story, and it could drag in some places. I don't think it needed 13 episodes. This could have been a TV movie or like a 3-4 part episode special. The puppeteering in the show wasn't perfect, but they pulled off some pretty impressive shots. There's already an innate charm in how they move, which has always been a part of the appeal for me. And though some of the shots were impressive, I was never wowed by anything. Like, there was a handful of fight scenes in this, and the choreography was pretty limited. I wasn't expecting true hand-to-hand combat. I wasn't even expecting anything on like Labyrinth's level. I was just hoping to see a bit more creativity in the execution. It has a unique sense of humor. It has a good balance of silly shit and genuinely funny bits.
Wow, an evil witch turned you into an owl? That is so sad.
Not really. I'm a total night person and I love to fly. Plus, I get to poop on people, which is not gross. It's natural.
Sure.
You don't need a barbarian. You need a family therapist.
The mouse!
Snack attack!
How did you get Squid Caesar to agree to come here?
I threatened his manager that I'd throw him off the cliffs of chaos.
Georgette? Is that you?
No! For the 18,000th time, my name is Janet!
Sorry. Why is it so dark in here? Alexa, lights on. Thank you, Alexa.
You know the ropes, you gotta pay the toll or you gotta fight.
Oh, yeah, but that's not gonna be necessary. You'll let us pass, right? I mean, trolls before tolls.
No, can't do, buddy.
Need my old body back.
That's gonna be pretty difficult. I think I saw a pack of wild dogs gnawing on your femur.
Femur? That's pretty humorous.
Enough, you cackling cartilages. I am your general, and I demand you surrender your bones to me. You give me your arms. You give me some ribs. Not barbecue ribs, Sean, your ribs.
The writing and the humor have a similar flow as the Muppets. It has the same quickness, wit, and delivery.
We had to go through a lot of work for that number.
Yeah, I even bought a tuxedo.
That's a tuxedo?
Yeah, I'm really a flamingo.
I don't dislike the Muppets, you know what I mean? I got my favorites, shout out to my nigga Grover, and I really rock with Electric Mayhem, besides Animal. But I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan. Like, if I see Kermit make an appearance in something, I'd be like, oh shit, that's Kermit. And then I'll just go about my day. However, I've always had an innate interest in how they work, how they're made, and how they operate. All the things that it takes to bring them to life. Similar to stop motion, I feel that this is a medium that goes unrecognized. Also, side tangent, real quick. Did y'all ever check out the Muppets TV show on ABC? I caught a couple episodes a few years back and I thought it was straight. Though to be fair, I was more interested in the attempt than the show, if that makes sense. Like a mockumentary sitcom about the Muppets.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
It was a bit more laid back compared to some of the other Muppet shows, but I thought it was fine overall. It was funnier than I expected.
So over here is what we in the biz call a sound stage.
Yes, I know what a soundstage is. I'm in the movie business.
Really, I did not know that. What exactly do you do?
I'm an actor.
Huh. Then act like you're interested in a tour that somebody's taking time away from his day to give you.
But back to the show. That said, not every joke landed, and they can sometimes drag a joke for a bit too long. And though there was a bunch of designs I liked, there were some that just didn't hit for me. Like most of the monsters I thought were just fine, and the rest just kind of felt like filler. I also wish they were a bit more expressive. There were moments where they gave Brendar a frown, or they used some CGI tears, but still, I would have loved to see more. It's kind of a shame that nobody talks about this show. It really was one of those you had to be there type of shows.
Watch out! Nickelodeon will be right back!
Never fear, Nickelodeon is here.
Baby, baby, you know it's true. I'm a puppet just for you.
The show had a fun cast of characters, which really helped flesh out the world. You may have already heard from the clips, but Brendar the Barbarian is voiced by Spencer Grammer, who plays Summer in Rick and Morty, and is puppeteered by Colleen Smith. I'm also pretty sure that she's based on Xena the Warrior Princess. Brendar was a solid character. Her dry humor and overall stoic nature contrasts well with all the wacky-tacky shit going on. They spend most of the episode teasing this long, mysterious backstory, and when we finally get it, it's actually kinda sad. I thought it was gonna be something stupid like singing killed her grandma.
Dad, why won't you sing?
Because singing killed my grandma, okay?
But nah, she watched her own mom get murdered and watched her brother get kidnapped for 13 years, all because she was too afraid to act. That's a fair reason to pick up the sword. She starts off cold and abrasive, but with the help of Evan and the crew, she learns to trust her friends. She also delivers one of the coldest bars in the show.
And then you'll be alone. Forever. I am Brendar the Barbarian. I have no fears. I am feared.
Evan the Troll was voiced and puppeteered by Drew Massey. The GOAT? Nah, like seriously, homie has done everything. I've mentioned before that he's the voice of Sid the Science Kid and the puppeteer behind Cousin Skeeter and the Abed puppet.
Yes!
He's also worked on Sesame Street, Yo Gabba Gabba, Dr. Dolittle, and Greg the Bunny. One of the show's core elements is the music. There's a bunch of songs in the show, and they're all available on Spotify, with 92 monthly listeners. Besides the fact that basically nobody watched the show, the songs were underwhelming. Firstly, the theme song was dope, a fitting theme for an adventure show.
Together their journey has begun, combining might and melody to quest and smite a demon and find their true family.
Evan, being a musician, sings most of the songs, and though he had a couple hits, most were forgettable. One of the first ones we hear is called Song or It Didn't Happen, and it's kinda mid, not gonna lie. It's basically about how important songs are for stories and legacies. Staying positive in the face of certain death was actually pretty good. It was morbidly funny.
Being positive in the face of certain death. Laughing and singing till our last breath.
But my favorite song was the one with the socks.
Unravel. Solo, but it ain't no dramatic thing. Unravel.
No,
Stick to
that.
you like static cling.
Evan isn't the only one who sings in this. We meet a rival Barbarian Sharon and the homie Kevin, who shows up with a kick-ass theme song.
Sharon, Sharon, mischief and mayhem, pity will slay them.
If Jack Black was a goblin, he would look and sound like this. As a character, I really enjoyed Evan. Drew gives a very earnest performance. He has his own hero's journey throughout it. In the beginning, he was timid and a pushover, but throughout the show, he becomes more confident and assertive. When he finally steps up to his dad, that was damn near perfect.
Sorry if I don't fit into your neat little drawer, Dad. I will always love you, but I will never come back to this house.
Evan!
Feel me to turn my room into a sock drawer because from now on I'm my own troll. Come on, let's quest.
Speaking of this nigga's family, bro, they just casually mention how his mom is always trying to eat him.
Mother thinks you're sweet, all right, like a dessert. Geraldina tried to eat Evan when he was born. Tries to eat him every chance she can get, really.
That's a thing with trolls, is it?
It's not uncommon.
I also love the bit where, during the trial, he tells Brendar to go ahead without him, since they were already so close to saving her brother. Not only was it selfless, but it felt like he said it knowing whatever happens, she'll come back for him.
Brendar, you have what you need to get your brother. You have Axe, you have the map, you don't need me. I want you to go.
Thank God she did though. Hobie was finna die.
Wheel of Punishment has spoken. You will be lowered into a cauldron of fluorphan dioxide where you'll be frozen into a troll pup for a fluffy to enjoy.
The rest of the cast was solid. Axe and Stacy might be my favorite, second to Evan. Similar to Brendar, Stacy has a dry sense of humor, but it's a bit more cynical and she's always quick to point out the bullshit.
Come on, we could offer you a generous salary, plus pretty darn good dental plan.
Are they on the same dental plan?
Yes.
Hard pass.
Axe had her own little arc. She flat out lies about being an axe dripped in dragon's tears, which is a dick move. And then when she gets exposed and Brendar wants nothing to do with her, she has the audacity to get mad at her. Nigga, you lied. Had her looking goofy in front of the enemy. You lucky she didn't throw your ass away. She eventually makes up for it, and at the end becomes a real dragon tears axe. The skeletons were also pretty good. I love all their banter together.
Hey, General Skelly. And I mean that literally.
Hey. How'd you get past the castle guards looking like that?
Never mind that. How'd he get past the horses?
Honestly, my least favorite character was her brother, Kendar. First, look at this nigga's face. I hate it. I never liked the beady-eyed look. He also gave Alvin Axe against her will. And you know what's weird about that? It's not like Axe is just a lifeless inanimate object. She's alive. You had full conversations with her, and you just give her away to a demon? What the hell?
She said if I give her Axe, then she'd leave us alone. So I give her Axe. You gave her Axe?
What the fuck what do you mean? How? How have you? Ah, man. You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now back to the show.
Man, there was a lot that went into this show for it not to be a success. It's barely talked about. It isn't even on streaming. I'm inclined to believe this is a tax write-off. In the last episode, we were introduced to all the other kings and queens of the land. There was more to explore. Given the chance, they had the potential to go multiple seasons. It didn't have to end here. But unfortunately, on July 25th, 2021, the show would be canceled. I've seen a couple theories as to why it was canceled. One of the big ones I've seen floating around is that nobody watched it. Now, there could be a multitude of reasons why nobody watched it. Some were saying because it was never advertised, which I can believe. Others are saying that puppets are just not that appealing, which I can kind of agree with. Now, besides my own interests, I'm not deep into the fandom. I could be talking out of my ass here, but I gotta think that there's a reason why we don't see the medium used all that often. And if it isn't the appeal, I think it's money, which is another theory, and the one I'm choosing to believe. This shit ain't cheap, and seeing how it didn't garner the attention that they wanted, it doesn't surprise me that they pulled the plug. Plus, TV shows get canceled every day, so there's nothing new under the sun. Now, though I'd be down for another season, I'm also content with how the show ended. But still, The Barbarian and the Troll was a fun show. It was creative, charming, and a nice change of pace for the channel. And though it didn't last long, I'm glad it got a chance to tell a story. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it.